Brace for impact, folks, because AMD just revealed their new Ryzen 9 X3D chips, launch date, and pricing. Is Intel crushed even more than they already are? Let's get into this. Hey everyone, it's your boy Locktech back in here with some more juicy tech news. Now, we're fresh off the heels of XT and the non-XT variants of the new GPUs, RDNA 4, and now everyone that were waiting for upgrades, we're also expecting and waiting for the 12 and 16 core X3D chips to launch at the same time as the 9000 series. That AMD said. So even though it wasn't the same day like people expected, it was only a week later because yes, you guessed it, the date has been announced and the pricing for the 9950 X3D and the 900 X3D. The date is March 12th, which is in a couple days. So people who were lucky to get their 9000 series GPU only had to wait roughly a week to get one of these two beasts of CPUs. Me personally, since I'm getting into heavy VM stuff and streaming, I'm probably going to go for the 16 core upgrade. Currently, my 3900X Zen 2 is long on the tooth and give me issues. So it's not performing like it was 6.5 years ago. So I decided to get extra 4 cores since I'm adding more workload to my upgrade when I upgrade my rig, aka streaming and virtual machine management. So therefore I need the extra 4 cores. So a lot of people just get the highest core just for bragging rights, but I actually have a use case for it. So y'all know who I'm talking about, y'all are like flexing. But anyway, the 16 core 9950 X3D is going at $600, and as the predecessor, same thing for the 12 core X3D going at $600. So you got 12 core 600 and 16 core 700, which is the same MSRP that the 7950 X3D and the 700 X3D from last year launched at. Though, even though they started and launched it or plan to launch it at MSRP, we don't know how tariffs are going to affect that. And we also got to look on another picture. So 2 parts of the puzzle. The second part of the puzzle is how the current market on the CPU side, the non-X3D counterparts of these X3D chips are priced at currently. So it's all fun and games that we can launch it at MSRP, but we're talking about something that's over 2 years old now. Models are over 2 years old. So, hey, we'll see if the performance backs the extra charge, but right now if you do the math, since the 12 core non-X right now for the 9900X is going now around $470, and the 16 core 9950X, the non-3D variant, is currently going at around $550 if I remember correctly. So if the 16 core X3D for this gen is going for $700 and the 12 core going for $600, so the 12 core, that means a $130 upcharge since it's currently at $470, the non-X3D. And for the 16 core non-X3D, it's going at $550 right now. So $550, $700, so that's a $150 upcharge. Now, I'm not saying it's bad, but we gotta see the performance, the receipts, like I was saying. So if the benchmarks pan out and give you enough of a performance bump over the last gen X3D counterparts, which is 7900X and 7950, and also give a good uplift over their non-X3D counterparts, then the extra $107 for each chip, respectively, is worth the investment. So, y'all tell me, do y'all think the tariffs that are already in effect that affected the AMD and the NVIDIA launch are going to also affect the chips? I think they are. So, I don't know if they're going to do a whole rebate stuff that they did with the 9000 series GPUs on day 1 launch, or if it's just going to be like a fixed tariff tax on top of the chips when they come out in a few days. Again, that's March 12th that they're releasing on store shelves. So I'm wondering, I'm curious, I'm sure you are too, if they're going to have equal or similar stock as far as volume as they did for the 9000 series. But sometimes, one or the other department gets the short end of the stick. Like Radeon now finally making some waves that haven't made waves in ages, and was always their Ryzen that was pushing their market share. So now, hopefully they didn't neglect the volume and the amount they made because they're focusing on the 9000 series launch, and they have good stock as well for the 9950 X3D and the 9900 X3D. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Now, I'm hoping that they don't overcharge on the tariffs and the tax on top of what they're priced at already, because $600 and $700 is already pretty penny for CPUs. But considering how powerful they are and what they do, it is what it is. That's how the world is right now as far as tech industry. But make sure you only use and get the ones that is for your use case. Don't just blow money to blow money. That's my little key tip for all you people that like flexing for no reason when you have no use for a 16 or 12 core. But anyway, let me know what y'all think below. Are you excited that they're finally launching, or they're launching this soon after the 9000 series GPUs? Are you kind of disappointed that they didn't launch the same time side by side like AMD said for the GPUs and the CPUs respectively? Or you don't care for the wait because you're still PO that y'all didn't get for you that didn't get the 9000 series card y'all wanted and the MSRPs that was said to be MSRP from any of your stores, e-tailers, or whatever. Let me know what y'all think in the comments below. Are you looking forward to it? Do you plan to upgrade? If you do plan to upgrade, do you plan to use the 12 or the 16 core? Or did you already take the 9800X 8 core 3D chip variant? Let me know in the comments below. Until then, this is my Lock Tech signing out.